based on a communique issued by the Chief Opposition Whip John Amartunga on the revival of underperforming enterprises and underutilized assets bill. Underutilized assets are described as follows in Section 9. Land owned by a person that had been granted within a period of 20 years prior to the date of the coming into operation of this Act, either any tax incentives under any law relating to the imposition and recovery of any tax incentives under the Board of Investment Law and regulations framed thereunder, or any government guarantee on the basis related to operation proposed to be carried out connected thereto will result in generating employment, foreign exchange earnings or savings or economic activities beneficial to the public, but where such benefits as aforesaid have not accrued, being prejudicial to the national economy and public interest.
Basically what it says is, if the government says your enterprise has underperformed, if the government says if you have not utilized all your assets, then the government can take over your business. If you are not willing to give it, they can throw you in jail and take over your property. Yes, that is how bad it is. It could be your property, but you may have got some tax incentives or some other state incentives. Now, if you look at any enterprise, any investment in this country, you would have belonged to either A or B. Because what most people don't know is 82% of this land, of the land in this country, is either owned or managed by the state, or are actually owned by the state. Which means if you want to do anything, any investment that you need land for, 82% of the time you need to get the land from the state. Or if you look at almost any investor who would have come to Sri Lanka, they would have got some sort of tax break from the BOI. That has been the practice. So you can use this law to pretty much bring in within this framework, within this net, pretty much any significant enterprise that is currently operating in Sri Lanka.
Based on the proposed bill, 36 underperforming enterprises and underutilized assets have been listed to be taken over by the government after the bill is passed in Parliament with a simple majority as decreed by the Supreme Court. Among the underutilized assets set out are two of the three main sugar producers in the island. The land belonging to the Palwata Sugar Industries Limited and the land of Savanagala Sugar Industries Limited are to be taken over by the government as per the proposed bill.
Savanagala Sugar and Palwata Sugar, this is the only two companies that sugar companies are running at the moment. So that Savanagala Sugar that we are running profitably. So then, because that actually 2002 that I am taking over this company is a loss making company, 142 million loss per annum. So then after we took over, so that we developed and then that we are enhanced 200% of our production capacities, and that we have planned a lot that development plans.
Analysts opine that the government is misusing its mandate given by the people to take over private entities. They believe that the long-term ramifications that the bill implies far outweighs the short-term gains the government seeks to achieve.
Article 1 that companies cannot be nationalized. This is the BOI's website. The government of Sri Lanka is saying this to attract investment. Now they are going to nationalize according to their own criteria, which is unfair. The most recent investment at the Golf Face by Shangri-La under Gazette number 1700/4 of 5 April 2011, it specifies that this hotel must be in operation within 42 months of signing the agreement and transferring of the land. So that happened somewhere in middle 2014. And the Shangri-La investment, the Shangri-La Hotel qualifies under Section 9A and Section 9B of this Act to be taken over if it underperforms.
Businessmen point out that rather than taking over their business establishments, the government should support their ventures in order to make Sri Lanka the miracle of Asia as proposed by the government by 2016. They state strengthening the local investor will also contribute immensely towards the attainment of this goal.
Okay, I need to develop sugar industry. If government has given us support, then definitely I would have developed sugar industry. And I had a target because I need only 65,000 hectares to self-sufficient sugar in this country. It's okay, government can take over. Definitely factory will be closing down. What has that we know that history, what has happened to Hingurana and that Kantale. So then these poor farmers are the suffering through this. The government has to think that private business, that if they will be taking over this kind of bill, next day that what will happen to the share market, because we know that country is in debt, that we have a huge debt to pay. Today we are running through dollar loans.